Hello student, this is the fourth part of the political party class 10th civics. So in previous part we have seen difference between the national parties and state parties where they are, and even though we have seen some national parties and some of the example of state party, in this part fourth we have to see what are the challenge or challenges to the political party, or which problem faced by the members or the political parties or political party. So here we page number 83 of your textbook, change challenges to the political party. So here we have seen how crucial political parties are for the working of democracy. That we have seen how what is the important or significance of the political party for especially working in the democracy. Since parties are the most visible face of the democracy. Party, it is called the most visible face of the democracy. It is natural. It is the natural that people blame parties for whatever is wrong with the working of democracy. Means whatever happen wrong with the democracy, generally people of the country, they blame to whom? That political party. Because of this particular political party, it is going wrong in the democracy. So all over the world, people express strong dissatisfaction with the failure of political parties to perform their function well. So it is not only limited to India but all over the world. People express strong dissatisfaction for what? With the failure of political parties to perform their function. This is the case in our country too. Popular dissatisfaction and criticism has focused on four problems. Our area, four problem area in the working of political parties. Political parties need to face and overcome the challenges in order to remain the effective instrument of the democracy. So this political party, there is need to face and overcome the challenges in order to remain the effective instrument of the democracy. After all, this is the effective instrument of democracy, and there is, and for keeping consistency for effective instrument of democracy, there are some challenges in front of the political party. So first challenge is that lack of internal democracy. What it is? First, it is lack of internal democracy within the party. Here, generally, power within the party, it is concentrated in one hand of one, or in the hand of one or two leaders. They bear or keep membership registers. Ordinary member neither get any inside information of the party, nor can they influence the decision within the party. The members are generally dissatisfied with the leaders. Means some of the members, those who work from bottom of their heart, and they spend much years for working in this particular party, political party, but still they do not have the voice. Do not get the voice or consideration of any policies or what is actual going in that party or policies. They do not know. In this situation that members, those who do not have any specific position, though they are worker of that particular party, but they do not get the voice, and because of these things dissatisfaction involved. So here, all over the world, there is a tendency in political parties towards the concentration of power in one or few leaders at the top. Means it is common in world as well as in India also. Parties' main decisions takes place within that party. mm, uh, that is particular leaders, those who have prestigious position in that party. That is not the challenge, that is not the democracy within the party. So this is also one of the important challenge of the political parties. Parties do not keep membership register. It is also reality that party do not keep the membership of register, do not hold organizational meeting. All these are the mandatory for the democratic country, but generally they do not keep maintain the membership register. Even organization do not hold organization meetings and do not conduct the internal election regularly. All this require regularly elections, then meetings, membership register, all this. So ordinary member of the party do not get sufficient information on what happened inside the party. Real problem arise here that ordinary citizen or ordinary member of the political party, they do not get the information what is actual going in that party, though they are member of the particular party. So they do not have the mean of the connection needed to influence the decision. As the result, leader assume greater power to make the decision in the name of party, and some of leaders they get much more power for making the policies, making the decisions, or they get the prestigious position. And real problem arise here only since one or few leaders exercise paramount means control the power in party. Means very few leader they control the party. For example, if we consider about the Congress party, controlled by only Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi. Even though in BJP also senior most leaders only they control from the central, and other members they have only to follow their decision. They do not have the voice, and those who disagree with the leadership find it difficult to continue in the party. More than loyalty to the party principles and the policies, personal loyalty to the leaders becomes more important. Means personal loyalty of the leader of particular party, that becomes more important. And this means this is one of the challenge in front of the political party. So I hope you have understood this point, that is lack of internal democracy. So there is need for the internal democracy for smooth going parties function. And next one, that is second challenge in front of political party, that is dynastic succession. or series. Succession dynastic means series of the ruler. It is from the hereditary. So dynastic succession means these parties do not have the transparent functioning. This party do not have the transparent functioning, which is why the leaders always try to give unfair advantage to their family members. Hence, the political party remain under the control of one family, and because of the dynastic succession, particular party that controlled by particular family, for example, Congress party or NCP, National Congress Party. So here this is the second challenge, that is dynastic succession. It is succession is related to the first one, since most political parties do not practice open and transparent procedure for their functioning. They do not practice open and transparent procedure for their functioning. There are very few ways for an ordinary worker to work to the top in the party. Those who happen to be the leaders are in the position of unfair advantage to favor people close them or even their family members. Means generally particular family members, they get the prestigious position or vice for making the policies or particular family. In many parties, the top position are always controlled by the family members or controlled by the members of one family. This is unfair to other members, and real problem arises here. It is very unfair to the other member, those who work or gives the contribution for that party. It is worse for them. So this is also bad for the democracy, not only for the particular member, those do not have the voice. For that, this is the challenge in front of party, and it is not good or it is bad for the democracy also. And since people do not have the adequate experience or popular support, come to occupy the position of power, and because of this, those who are close or those who are having the prestigious position because of particular family, belonging to the particular family, but they do not get generally they do not get the have experience for handling particular policies or parties work, but still because of only having the family member of particular party, they get this vice or prestigious position. And this tendency is present in some measures all over the world, including in some of the older democracy. Means it is not limited for the India, but almost democracies, they have this problem. So second challenge in front of the political parties, they are what? Dynastic succession. And come to the third challenges of the political party, we are going to discuss here. So the third challenge is money and muscle power. Third challenge is what? Money and muscle power. Parties these days try to nominate that person as their candidate who is either rich or has sufficient muscle power behind him. Due to this, criminals are also given tickets. This is very common in India also, that because of this only power of the money and muscle, criminals are given tickets from the national parties to win the majority in election. So in parties use money and muscle power, and this is also very important challenge in front of the political party. So money and muscle power in the party, especially during the election, they use especially during the election, since parties are focused only on winning the election. Means it doesn't matter that from which background they are, only gives the significance that they have money and muscle power. Then parties gives ticket to such a candidate for contesting election. This is important challenge in front of the political party. They tend to use shortcuts to use the election. What they use? They use shortcut to win the election. Dirty tricks, money and muscle power. They tend to nominate those candidates who have or can raise lot of money. Means they nominate, parties member nominate such a candidates, those who raise the lot of money for election. So rich people and companies who give fund to the parties tend to have influence on the policies and decision of the party. So whose influence is there of the policies and decision of the party? That rich people and the companies, which companies which give the fund to this political party for winning the election. In such a cases, parties support, even though criminals, this gives support to the criminals who can win the election. They are inside only to win the election, and they raise, such a criminal, they raise money to the party, and that is why they give ticket of that particular party. So Democrats all over the world are worried about the increasing role of rich people and big companies in the democratic policy. So not only from India but from almost countries, democratic countries from the world, they are worried for what? About increasing role of rich people and big companies in democratic policies. Means they raise money for particular parties, and then if that particular party if comes in as a ruling position or form the government, then they have to fulfill their demands of these rich people or companies. So this is the drawback or of the money and muscle power, that is drawback or challenge in front of the political parties. And next challenge, that is fourth one, is about the lack of meaningful choice. Fourth challenge in front of the political party, that is lack of meaningful choice. They always try to convince the general masses that their policies are better than other party. Generally, the members of this particular party, they convince to the masses, to convince to the people that their party's policies, they are better comparing to the other parties. They generally they involved for hammering all these things. So differences arise among them unimplemented. All the political parties are same in one way or other, which is why people don't have any meaningful choice among them. Means almost all the parties, they works like this only, and that is why means they formulate their agenda and they try to show that their policies of their party they are different from others just for attracting maximum people or casting vote at the time of election. And it is not problem of the one party but almost all the parties they involved, and problem arise here. Means people do not get the real choice that which party we have to cast their votes, because almost all the parties they ignore their main ideologies which require in the democracy. So in the order of the meaningful choice, parties must be significantly different. For getting the meaningful choice to voter, there should be the different agendas, policies of the different political parties, and they have to be implement that one after getting the opportunities. In recent year, there has been decline in the ideological differences among the parties in most part of the world. Ideological differences जो है recent year they are it has been decline in the ideological differences among the political parties. For example, difference between difference between the Labour Party and the Conservative Party in Britain. Difference between Labour Party and Conservative Party in Britain very little. Means there is no much differences between these two parties, Labour Party and Conservative parties. So here, in such a situation, people do not get the real choice for casting their votes. They agree on more fundamental aspects but differ only in the detail on how policies are to be framed and implemented. In our country, too, the differences among all the major parties on the economic policies have reduced. Those who want really different policies have no option available to them. Means those who wanted different policies of the parties. So in such a case, they do not get the real option or not available real option. Though, so here sometime people cannot even elect very different leaders either because the same set of leaders keep shifting from one party to another. Means leaders also shift from one party to another. So here people actually do not get the real choice for casting their votes. So all these four major challenges we have seen in the parties, which we have seen. First one was that internal democracy. Second one, dynastic succession. Third one, money and muscle power. And fourth one is that lack of meaningful choice. These are the major challenges in front of the political party, and they have to improve as per the wish of the people. Now, how can पार्टी बी रिफॉर्म? पार्टी में हम कैसे रिफॉर्म ला सकते हैं? हाउ वी कैन ब्रिंग्स द रिफॉर्म इन द पार्टी? So here, in order to face these challenges, in order to face these challenges, political parties need to be reformed. So these are four challenges which we have discussed, and for this purpose there is required or needs to be a reform in that party. So the question is, are political parties willing to reform? Main question is what? Are the political parties willing to reform? This is important. Then if they are willing, what has prevented them from reforming so far? यदि उनकी इच्छा भी है particular political parties की for bringing some reforms, so what are the limitation or what has prevent them for bringing some reform which they require? If they are not willing, is it possible to force them to reform? यदि वो willing नहीं है for bringing this reformation, so is there provision to bring the or possible to force them to bring the reforms? And citizens all over the world face this question. Means this is not question for our country, but it is the problem of different countries. So here a simple question to answer: in the democracy, final decision is made by the leaders who represent the political parties. In democracy, what is important? Whatever final decisions is there, that should be made by the representative or leaders of the represent political party. People can replace them, but only by another set of the party leaders. If all of them do not wish to reform, how can anyone force them to change? This main thing is that whatever reforms they wanted to bring in the parties, for that it requires their internal interest or internal willpower. No need for forcing them in this way. So here let us look at some of the recent efforts and suggestions in our country to reform the political parties and leaders. So here given some of the given some efforts, recent efforts and suggestion for bringing reforms in the political parties. So here first one is that the constitution was made amended to prevent the elected MLAs and MPs from the changing party. This thing is important. Constitution was amended. Constitution में ऐसा है, provision is there for what? To prevent the elected MLAs and MPs, member of legislative assembly and member of parliament, from what? From changing party. This is the provision in the constitution. This was done because many elected representatives were including a defection. Defection means changing party in order to become the minister. Why they were changing used to change their parties for the defection or changing party just for getting some rewards, designation as a minister, or cash reward. Now law says that, now laws made as per the constitutional amendment, and it law says that if any MLAs or MPs, if any MLAs or MPs changes party, he or she will lose the seats in legislature. Means this current law said that if the problem is there about the defection or changing the party, if they done like this, so what would be the punishment for MLAs or MPs? That they will lose the seat in legislature, legislative assembly, or member of parliament, whatever seats are there, it would be loose. This new law has helped bring defection. Means this is the new law for preventing the defection or changing the parties. At the same time, this has made by the dissent even more difficult. MP and MLAs have to accept whatever the party leader decides. So MLAs and MPs have accept whatever the party leader decide. First of all, they dissent, they protested this provision, amendment of the constitution. So this one is the first efforts for bringing reforms in this party. Second one is that Supreme Court pass an order to reduce the influence of money and criminals. Now it is mandatory for every candidate who contests election to file the oath giving detail of his property and criminal cases pending against him. Means all this information they have to declare in place of the election commission. So affidavit, it is important. Affidavit means at the time of taking oath, or a signed document submitted to an officer, whether the person makes a sworn statement regarding her personal information. So whatever personal information is there, that they have to be submit correctly. And third one is the election commission pass an order making necessary for political parties to hold their organizational election and file their income tax return. So here third reform is that election commission pass an order. इलेक्शन कमीशन ने ऑर्डर पास किए फॉर व्हाट, फॉर मेकिंग इट नेसेसरी फॉर पॉलिटिकल पार्टी के लिए ये आवश्यक है टू होल्ड देयर ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल इलेक्शन. they have to hold the organizational election or within the party and file their income tax return. Filing them, that is also mandatory in this reform. And the parties have started doing so, but sometimes it is merely formality. So parties they are doing, but this is just like a formalities. Actual objective whatever we require, that do not fulfill. So it is not clear if the steps had led to greater internal democracy in political party. Then another one, law should made to regulate the internal affairs of political parties. Means there should be the law for what to regulate the internal affair of particular political party. It should be made compulsory for political party to maintain register of its member and to follow its own constitution. Means they have to follow their own constitution, whatever as per their political party, and to have the independent authority and to act as a judge in case of party disputes. Means disputes means whatever problems arise in that party. So this party have to be, there is need to function as a judge to hold open election to the highest post. Means for allocating highest post there should be the election within that party. Means disputes would not be there in place of the different people, follower or member of the particular party. It should be mandatory, next one, for the political party to give the minimum number of tickets, about 1/3 to the women. They have to give the ticket 1/3 to the women. Similarly, this should be quota for women in the decision making bodies of the party. It means there should be the vice to women, or 1/3 seats should be given, needs to give to the women, and they also have the considerable voice in the formation of policies of the party. Next one, there should be the state function of the election. There should be state function of the election. The government should give the parties money to support their election expenses. This support could be given in the kind petrol, paper, telephone, etc., or it could be given in cash on the basis of votes secured by the party in the last election. So this is also important that there should be the state funding of the election. Means whatever malpractices or money and muscle powers they use, it would be somewhat extent, it would be prevent. So this is also important reform in the political party. Then thus these suggestions have not yet been accepted by political party. All these suggestions not accepted by the political party. If and when these are accepted, this could lead to some improvement. If they accept this suggestion, there would be the improvement in the party. But we must be very careful about the legal solution to the political problem. Means there should be the legal solution related to the political problem. Then disputes would not be arise. Over regulation of the political parties can be counterproductive. This would force all the parties to find the way to cheat the law. Besides, the political parties will not agree to pass the law that they do not like. So, here is about the reforms, which reforms have to bring in the political party.